One episode in, and this is already a better written story than Twilight. Okay, so all shits and giggles aside, this is a vampire comedy romance series with a touch of slice of life. Now, if you love vampire romance series, that's gonna have some comedy and, have some slice of life like in school, you might like this series. That's instantly what the genres of this series is. Here's something I don't really mention to Chibi often. I am a big sucker for vampire anime and manga. It's one of the main reasons why I liked Rosario plus Vampire. It's one of the main reasons why I loved that series so much, even though it was a harem ecchi fan service. I just love that type of manga and anime. And I am a big fan of stuff like this that focuses around romance. Even though this first episode, I have to admit, the first episode is very average or cliche, because it is something that I have seen a lot, because I have watched a lot of vampire anime, and the setup from this is very generic. I have to admit that. Even though I'm a fan of this series already, I have to admit, if you're wanting something already right at the get-go, for instance, the first episode to be absolutely different from everything else, you might be disappointed. But, as I've always said, we have to see how the series is going to be, if it will be good or not. It comes down to the execution. Just because it has a generic start doesn't mean the entire series will be generic. So we have to see next couple episodes how it will go. But getting on to what this episode is about, in case you don't watch a lot of vampire anime or read a lot of vampire manga, I want to give a brief summary of what this episode is about, like my first impressions. So, this episode, it kind of introduces us to our main male character that can't keep secrets. For instance, he's a character that's an open book. He's that type of dude that you can actually place your faith in to know that he will not lie to you, because he can't lie. Like, when he tries to lie, he fucks up. Like, let's say, you're trying to keep an important secret about something, like, a birth date or something. He would just let it slip. He's an open book. And people look at him and, they know he's telling the truth. He's a person that can't keep secrets, but people don't necessarily trust him all the time to lend their secrets to him because, he will blurt them out. So we have a main male character that can't really hide things from others. Like, he can't lie. And then you have it to where our main female character, which was slowly built up throughout the episode, we found out she was a vampire, and instantly you could probably already see the correlations to what is probably going to go down between these two different characters. You have a main male character that cannot lie. He's an open book. And then you have a main female character that's the main love interest that is trying to keep a secret about her being a vampire. Because if she gets found out that she's a vampire, she has to move away and she has to leave school. So you see the complications at the moment. So if people find out about our main female character Yoko's secret, she has to go away. And as we know, our main male character, he can't keep secrets. So this adds a very different layer to the series. Can our main male character keep a secret even though he's a well-known open book to the entire school? That's the big question we have to wonder right now from this first episode, and I personally like the setup of the way it was done. Now, one thing I do have to mention when it came to this episode had to be the animation. I like the quirky art style that was used in this first episode. I mean, the animation looks like nothing groundbreaking, like 10 out of 10, but it has this quirky art style about it that really fits the theme of this series, and it's been a while since I've seen like an art style that kind of reminded me like that, the way the characters' faces are structured, because the art design is different from the average things we normally see, and I couldn't necessarily call the art style in this series moe, because it is a different style than traditional moe animation and art, and so if you want something different with a slightly different type of character design, you might also like this series, Jitsu. And I'm looking forward to episode 2, because the first episode really set up the theme, and I'm interested to see how it's going to continue past this point into episode 2, and what other things are we going to see. Judging by the opening song, though, or like from this series, I'm assuming that there's going to be more love interests, like for instance 2 other love interests, that blue-haired girl and that orange-haired girl. I'm assuming those 2 are probably going to be love interests as well for our main male character, and this series might turn into a harem series. So I have no idea if it's going to turn into something like that or not, but that's the vibe I was getting when I was looking at the opening song of the series. But regardless of that, my speculations of that, I really like the music too. The music is really nice, especially that ending song. Big fan of that ending song. Like, I really, really love that ending song. Like, damn. That was a really good ending song. Like, I think one of the best ending songs, I think, of summer 2015. That was a good ending song. My personal favorite. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about Jitsu, this vampire anime? Do you feel like it's already better than Twilight? Let me know in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.